Hey, Ma, you busy?
Not too busy.
Oh,
What's going on?
don't mind me. I've just finished up Spiderman Miles Morales and earned the Platinum Trophy. But let's take a little step back, shall we, and take a little look at this dad's Platinum journey. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This dad's Platinum journey here, and today we're taking another special look at Spider-Man Miles Morales, and this time we're going to take a nice little deep dive into my personal Platinum trophy. Let's wexslim ourselves straight into the episode. Before we jump into the Platinum, let's have a little look at the game's history and its launch. So Miles Morales is a sequel to the incredible 2018 Spider-Man, developed by Insomniac and published by Sony. And the game directly follows on from where we left off, and this time gives the focus to Miles, a young man who gains powers to become a second Spider-Man that allows us to really get a sense of who he is, the relationships around him, and the world he lives in. This game was announced out of the blue on the PlayStation Showcase back in June of 2020 as a launch title for the PS5, and also came out on PS4. It was released on November 12th, 2020. In terms of reception, it received an 84 on PS4 and 85 on PS5 on Metacritic, and as of time of recording, this got sales of over 6.5 million copies, making it Sony's third highest selling game of all time, and continues to be in the top 10 charts and seems to go in line with sales of PS5, becoming a go-to title for new owners. Speaking of the PS5, it has typical features including 60 FPS performance mode and 4K fidelity. It also features ray tracing, haptic features and fast loading times. Seriously, I've never seen the subway run so promptly. Alright, so on to what we're all here for. Let's take a little look at that trophy list and let's just see what we're up against here. Play the game. But we need to check it. There might be, some missables if it just play the game. I mean, we should really kind of take a look. Play the game. I mean, I'll take just one brief. Play the game, play the game, play the game. Oh, screw it, I'm gonna play it. And play it now I did. I really hope there isn't any missable trophies. I'm sure it will be fine. Anyway, Miles, let's go. This game wastes no time and puts you right into the action. Oh, man. Just web swinging around New York, it just feels so natural, and I'm playing this in 60 FPS, so it feels so smooth when you're traveling around. We quickly come face to face with Rhino, a familiar foe, and we are tasked to take him down. Oh, I best move out the way of these guys. Come on, move out the way. Move. There we go. Okay. That was a decently clear run. And a trophy for completing the segment. Oh, fantastic. There we go. I did decide to take a look at the list after a little bit of gameplay, just after the excitement had worn down. And well, the realization set in. There was a missable. That'll teach me. But now to take things more seriously and actually take a look at the list properly. Damn brain being all excited to play this amazing game. We've learned our lesson. So before we get ourselves into the trophy list itself, this is going to be a brief one, but if you want a full rundown of everything that we're doing, including a platinum strategy, there's the video. I'll leave a link down in the description below. But in summary, we got 2 golds for 100%ing the map and its skills, 10 silvers for completing all collectibles, side quests, acquiring the suits and some combat, and finally we got 37 bronze trophies. We got 11 for getting through the story, 5 for the spider training challenges, 8 for combat related trophies, 3 for the upgrades, 5 miscellaneous, 2 for the app, 2 for missable trophies, and 1 for New Game Plus. Let's get down to business. With my strategy now in place, I started working through the story and making sure I mixed up my attacks to rack up those takedowns, as it takes a few to pop the trophies. But I just can't resist sitting up on the rafters and getting those stealth takedowns. I actually managed to get that before I finished my first playthrough. And not bad for a first run through, but we need to work on those venom attacks. I continued my playthrough and picked up some smaller trophies for the upgrades and focused on obtaining all my suits. I was having such a wonderful time with this game. The story is just incredibly impactful, focusing on the relationship between Miles and Finn, and spoilers, the tension between them as they battle. You really feel connected to them, almost tethered as they grab you along with them. And that ending, I wasn't ready for that. But with our first playthrough done and dusted, it's on to New York. And let's hit the open world. Taxi! Taxi! Oh yes, this takes me back. Can you imagine what Spider-Man 2 is gonna look like? Woo! I start work on clearing the map and it is just amazing. And nothing feels needless. I really enjoyed swinging around, gathering collectibles, which lead to little stories further building the characters in the world. And look, it's Spider-Cat. It's a cat with a Spider-Man mask on it. Just think about that for a second. It's a cat, Spider-Man mask. It's awesome. It's not overwhelming like the original Spider-Man, and I think that helps to build the illusion that Miles is still, training and building himself up, and maybe in Spider-Man 2, he'll be more experienced and enough to take on more. Now, there was one trophy that I had been aware of, and I had tried to obtain it through most of the game and failed miserably, until hearing the crimes, and that was when I obtained the 100 times combo. I like a good stealth game. I spend most of my time up on the rafters, sneaky, taking out all the enemies. And I don't tend to like to kind of get into these huge fist fights. Even though I'm aware of the trophy, it did take me a little while to find good opportunities to better do it. And even then, when things do inevitably go south and I end up getting spotted, I just can't resist those finishers. They're so cool. But here, I found a really good mission and I tried to keep my cool. Remember, no finishers. Just keep steady. Okay, last two, last one, and there we go. That's a load off my mind. I've been racking my head around this 100 times combo and I keep getting close. It's nice to get that sorted out. I can relax a little bit more now. I finished the open world section with a big smile on my face. That was genuinely one of the best open worlds I think I've ever experienced in gaming. Every collectible had a meaning towards it. The missions, they felt important. They weren't all about, fetching things or getting things or attacking enemies. They had some real depth to it. It's just really, really great. No, well done, Insomniac. They're nailing this, and seriously, Spider-Man 2. I hope they keep it like this. But now it's time for New Game Plus. And a little trophy cleanup as well. I had a couple of battle-related trophies I still hadn't quite done. But there's a quick little bit of cleanup here. The last remaining suit and the last few skills that are only available once you enter New Game Plus. Oh yeah, you remember that missable that we got early on? Well, we made sure we got it this time. We made sure. You can't skip cutscenes, but in all honesty, I didn't want to. A second playthrough, now knowing the twists and turns, it gave me a fresh perspective as I gamed and felt more connected than before. Seriously, I can't stress how good this game is. The story is just play the game. Just play the game. And with that, New Game Plus would finish, and that would be that wonderful sound we all live to hear. Won't be forgetting this one, not for a long time. But there you have it, team. That was my platinum journey through Spider-Man Miles Morales. Amazing from start to finish, and quite honestly, just such an enjoyable platinum. So relaxing and so much fun to do. For me, my favourite trophy was the one we had to collect all the postcards. Miles going on that scavenger hunt and listening to sort of words of wisdom and stories from his father was just such a heartwarming moment, just carried through that whole entire mission arc. And I love the fact that it's got a trophy like attached to it. It felt so satisfying to go along that journey with him. I really felt like Miles grew as a person, not just as a Spider-Man, but just as a person, just through that mission. And you really felt connected through that. A trophy that gave me the most problems, aside from the missable, that was just a real rookie mistake on my part as a trophy hunter. I should have done better than that. It was the 100 times combo. It's not massively difficult to do. It's just trying to find a large enough group of enemies, avoid the temptation to either stealth kill them or to do finishes on them. And making sure you don't get any counters put upon you, because then you lose your combination quite quickly. But it was just more about trying to find a good location for it. But it's a really nice platinum trophy list. Nothing on here was particularly going to drive you crazy. Ultimately, team, this is an incredible platinum. It's super, super fun. The trophy list is a breeze. It will fly by and you will enjoy every moment of this game. There's not a down point to this. It's all awesome. This actually gets for me a 9 out of 10 in terms of enjoyment. I love the list. I especially like the fact that it's got the new game plus on there. So there's a couple of things you need to do anyway, and you may as well finish it a second time through. And it's not a long game, so it's well worth doing the second playthrough and getting all those twists and turns. And you kind of get little bits now that you know them earlier on in the story. It's not too difficult either. This is a 2 out of 10 because you can do all this on story mode. But of course, if you want to add some more challenge to it, you could always do it, on a harder difficulty if you want to. The only thing I maybe have liked to have seen was maybe a few trophies centered around some of the gadgets or some of the abilities, just so you can kind of get a bit more of a grasp of what you can use and what you can do in the game. Right, on to one of my favourite parts of the episode. It is the Twitter and YouTube feedback, where you guys get to write in and share your thoughts and feelings on Spider-Man Miles Morales. This first one comes from Dan Test Games, and it reads out like this. We've got, my wife is currently playing Miles Morales and has gotten the platinum in OG Spider-Man. We both agree the animations look and feel better in Miles Morales, more stylized gameplay. I like the fact that Miles has some attacks that are area of effect, whereas Peter's combos were a little too 1v1 focused for groups of enemies. Yeah, I wonder if that's going to be something that Spider-Man 2 might kind of look into in terms of different abilities between them. Peter might just have that kind of one-on-one focus, and then you might have Miles might have some specialties in other areas. Really good point. This next one comes from Deaky Boy 1991, one of our Platpad members. He reads in with an enjoyable game with more fluid swinging at some cool new moves for combat. Story was also really good, but overall the game was really short. Definitely felt more like DLC than a full game. We're going to hear a little bit of that through our feedback, I think, today. Hopefully setting the tone for a new Spider-Man coming next year. Yeah, we're going to hear a little bit about the shortness of this game. Me personally, I quite like the fact that this was a short title, rather than being full of fluff that didn't need to be there, having a more condensed experience. But, I completely understand the point of that. It is a small game. It is a small game. You just want more of a good thing, right? I think that's what it is. All right, this next one is from @_Jontis. He is our main man over at the Platpad. You definitely should go and check us out over there. Awesome take on an established character, much like Spider-Man PS4 game, incredible graphics and performance, with fun swinging action. Sadly, should have been a DLC. Topic again. Not a full game, or fleshed out more, to be its own game. Very doable plat, minus the replay game annoyance. I didn't mind playing the game twice through, it's only, again, short game. Didn't mind playing it a second time through, but I understand like doing a second playthrough can sometimes be a little bit of annoyance, particularly when it's just for sort of the platinum trophy on there. But there we go. Next one up, we got at Whippy999. You're sensing the theme. He's another one of our PlatPad members. You should definitely check us out. Great game, although it can feel more like DLC rather than a full game. Enhances part from the first one, like the crimes are no longer random. Really good point. That's a really nice one, and again, something they should definitely carry on in the next game. And Miles has some cool new moves powers. Wasn't a fan of unskippable cutscenes in New Game Plus, but it was a fun second run through, so no minor issue. No, that's a good stuff. Yep, unskippable cutscenes, unfortunately. I think some of them are, like you have to really kind of check them all as you go through the game, but excellent point about the crimes, definitely agree. This last one comes in from at Detroit. I've got to get this number correct here now. 675-321-46. It comes in with a great trophy list, especially when we got to pay respects to Chadwick Boseman and Stan Lee. Yes, I completely forgot to mention about Chadwick Boseman. Yeah, he is he plays Miles' father in the first game, and it's really nice that we get to go and pay some respects to himself and to, of course, Stan Lee as well in the game. Yes, thank you so much to everybody who did tweet in with their thoughts on this game. If you want to get involved, don't forget to go over to Twitter and at this platinum, go over and follow me there, and you can always look out for more of these in the future. We're going to be doing things like, Horizon Forbidden West, so be on the lookout for those in future if you want to get yourself a little shout out on the next video. Speaking of getting yourself involved, we are going to be showcasing a content creator on these videos. You've seen them before if you've been watching these. This one comes from the Platinum Trophy Reviews over on YouTube. I'm going to leave all of his links down below into the description, so you can go and check him out over there. But here we are with his review of Miles Morales. Take it away.
Greetings, Platinum Dad. Thanks for having me on. And hello fellow Platinum Hunters. My name is Platinum Trophy Review, but you can call me PTR for short. And I am here to give you my 2 cents on Spider-Man Miles Morales. Miles Morales is an awesome game that just falls short of greatness. Not because of bad gameplay, but the lack of gameplay in general. One could argue that this is a copy-paste of 2018's Marvel's Spider-Man, but with a new coat of paint. Like previously stated, the game is amazing but very short, giving the feeling of a glorified DLC. Side missions and the usual open world busywork were put in with the aim to stretch out the game time. A missed opportunity here, as this could have been a great way to introduce Spider-Man fans, like myself, who are not up to date on Miles' world, troubles, and introduce us to some more of his iconic villains. But despite all these flaws, this is a game and Platinum Trophy that needs to be in your collection, especially if you're a Spidey fan. Insomniac Games knock it out of the park once again with beautiful visuals, exciting new ways to combat your enemies, polished gameplay as per usual, and a story that starts off with some intrigue to finish off with a heartbreaking finale that nearly brought a tear to my eye. I have platinumed the game both on PS4 and PS5 with no auto-popping, so the enjoyment factor is there. 2 playthroughs are needed, as you'll be required to beat the game in New Game Plus to achieve most likely these last outstanding trophies. Plus, just the beginning, and ready for anything. Miles Morales' trophy list in itself is not very hard and has some very interesting trophies. I particularly enjoyed the Deep Cuts trophy, where as Miles you remake a song using the daily sounds of New York, and once all sounds are acquired, a heartwarming cutscene ensues. The rest of Miles' trophies are story or combat related, with only 3 trophies being missable, so do your homework before attempting. Also, to make your second playthrough a bit more tolerable, you can skip 90% of the cutscenes by going in the pause menu. The more you know. Miles Morales in TLDR terms is a great game that should be played and enjoyed but at a discounted price. Thanks again, Platinum Dad, for having me on. You guys can find more of me on my YouTube channel, Platinum Trophy Review, where I do videos of recently platinum games, letting you know what you're in for and giving advice on how to get certain trophies and other gaming related content. I am also on Twitter at Trophy Review. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will let Platinum Dad back in the room. Cheerio.
And thank you so much again for Platinum Trophy Reviews there with an awesome rundown of Spiderman Miles Morales. Don't forget you can go and check him out over in the links down below. Well, that brings us to the end of this journey to the Platinum. I hope you enjoyed yourself on this video today. Don't forget to like the video by giving a good old thumbs up, share it around to more trophy hunters and gamers and see if they want to come and join us for a video or two. Subscribe if you haven't already. You can always check out more of my videos there and check out new ones as they go live. We've got some news videos up onto the channel with the recent PlayStation Plus. We've got some trophy guides and also other platinum journeys over on there. We live stream every Friday, 7:30 UK time. Currently, we're playing through Final Fantasy X. Don't forget, if you do want to check out the platinum strategy for Spider-Man Miles Morales, there's going to be a link down in the description below, so you can go and check out all the trophies there and how best to obtain them. Well, everybody, that is it for me for today. Thank you so much for joining us here on this special episode of This Dad's Platinum Journey. Take care, everybody. Stay safe and keep hunting those trophies. Goodbye.